Good evening, John Augustine back again. I hope I find you well. Sunny day at times and then cloudy. My good friend Eamon Conlon has come and he's busy out there now doing a bit of painting and that. And we had a cup of tea there earlier and he brought an apple tart and a lovely cake, lovely cream cake. Put it in the bottom part of the fridge in the kitchen. I have a deep freeze outside, but and he bought some lovely ham. So I'm going to make when he's finished later on. I'm going to make a nice what do we call it, croque monsieur, but it's a ham and cheese, a famous little item that you get in France. If you don't want a meal as such, you can get your meal in the middle of the day. The menu and it's always very economical, no matter what part you're in. Flunch was a great crowd in France that you could go to, and they were open between 11:30 and 2. It closed sharp at 2 because staff was entitled to a bit of free time. Then they open again at about 5 or something in the evening, and then they're open until I think 8 or thereabouts, and then they close, and that's it. But they got a great crowd French, and we got to hear about it. I don't know how we got to hear about it. I think my late wife, Lord Merson, was asking about some place where I don't know, was it a supermarket she was looking for or what? Maybe somewhere to eat. But they misunderstood and they were thinking they were directing us to a garage or something, but we were new enough. And anyway, eventually they found out where it was and they told us to go to a shopping centre called Auchan, Auchan, which we went to, and there was a flunch there, and boy goodness was it great value. You could have chicken, and it'd be a small bit, or hash or something or another. It's like a little steak, and then as much vegetables and stuff as you like. Once you had paid for that, and it was very cost effective. And then you could have a dessert or this, that, or the other, and that was very reasonable too. I'd recommend it. So I'm just why did I come down with that? So when we were talking about croque monsieurs, my friend Damon Cumming is out there doing a bit of painting. We have unfortunately stippled outside, and you nearly want to spray for that. It's smooth. You can do the job in jig time, but it's stippled. And when I got a new roof there some years ago, and they did a great job. And where there was a flat roof in front, it's a proper roof, and all the rest of it. But up that part needed painting. But you nearly want to spray. A professional painter would have all these equipment, so I'd have to probably go down that road. But Eamon is great. He's just very good at that kind of thing. I used to do a certain amount of it, and he's my age as well, but he's a bit younger. He was born in December. This was Christian Noel, but he's known as Eamon by all. But in the bank, he has to go by Noel. His will be on his birth certificate because he was born a couple of days, I think, after Christmas Day. So Noel is the name that you're giving around that time, over Christmas. So anyway, so I was saying yesterday I had to go up to Nav and have an X-ray and on my chest and then on I think my left side. So the lad said it'd be about 5 days before the doctor would be known. But I got a text from the doctor there this afternoon to say that everything as regards the X-ray was perfect. So it was a lot sooner than what the lad said to me. So he must have checked it fairly quick and then let them know in case that they were, because I had to do a blood test and all the rest of it. So at least everything is all clear in that department. And they're very thorough, Our Lady's Hospital in Navan, and I love a title of a hospital with that name, and the statue of Blessed Mother is in the grounds and inside. It's lovely to see it. The secular crowd is in the government, those hateful individuals. They've taken over a hospital and put secular names in them, but we know them as, for example, the Children's Hospital in Crumlin is Our Lady's Hospital. I think they tried to change it, but they'll never, and they took the crosses and all out. It's a great comfort. They're absolutely a disgrace. And the sooner there's an election coming, it has to come in the next 6 months anyway. But the sooner they're gone, the better. They're a dread, a scourge. They're as bad as the British, the penal times. Anyway, yeah, so I got the all clear, and which I'm delighted. What's it called? Good news. Because when you're sent for that, they're expecting something to turn up. They are clear, so that's good. And they did the blood tests as well. So they take and it goes to apartments and all sorts of things. So if there's anything amiss in that area, then they're able to deal with it, and that. So thanks be to God that I got the good news about the X-ray. So good news is always when you reach my age, it's a blessing. I can thank our prayer and our Sacred Heart of Jesus and our Blessed Mother. I thank them for everything, and I think President Trump, when he was talking about his escape from near death, a fraction of an inch, and he was a goner. And I think Our Lady helped him there because when he got a priest when he was president to bless the White House while he was president. And that's something that only come out just recently. I found it heard it on EWTN by the priest that knew the priest that did the exercise, and he had a statue of our Blessed Mother. I showed it there yesterday, a statue on President Trump asked the priest, could he keep it? And the priest granted it. So it was the assassination attempt was on the feast of Fatima, one of that, and so he was saved by God, and he recognised it. He gave a great speech there earlier today. I had to look at it because there's something about him that I've always admired, quite frankly. I think he tells the truth, but he's been vilified by Biden and the Democrats and the media about this despicable event. They nearly wanted him killed, and I think they need to be prosecuted. Some of them that were so outrageous. But he survived, thanks be to God, and he thank God. Yeah, and he went over. There was a man killed, maybe two, but I think there was one, and others were seriously injured. But he was in touch with them all, and the people they've raised 6.5 million, and he opened a check that somebody said 1 million for the widow and the children of this. He was a retired firefighter or fire brigade man, if you like, and he covered his family to protect him, and he was killed because these fellas that were shooting. And President Trump was lucky to be able to thank God at a speech there, which was made yesterday, but you get it today kind of thing. I saw the whole lot of it, and it was first class. And you can see President Trump is a changed man. Yeah, his family come around him, and his lovely wife come around him, and she was great. His lovely wife and his children, and that it was a lovely sight. He's a family man. He's a kind man in many ways because I know his mother, Frank Patterson, that great tenor, Lord of mercy. There was an interview, I think Bibi Baskin, right? She was an RTE presenter, and his mother, and he's the image of his mother, and she was a lovely woman. But she liked Frank Patterson, she liked that kind of singing. And I think President, and she liked John Trump. John is what the J stands for. So I'll always address him as President Donald John Trump. I like a proper title, the same as Saint Faustina. Saint Maria is her first name. Give him the proper title. So anyway, that's the good news that I had. And my friend Eamon has called, and he's out there, doing a bit of painting, thank God. But I would say we have stipple, and he was trying to do a bit of that. But you want a sprayer for that, a professional painter. So I'd probably do that in due course. But Eamon is a great friend, and he's put on his working clothes, but a damn sight nicer than my ones. My ones are full of paint, so I got more paint in my clothes, but he doesn't do that. So there you are. So that's the good news. That's the good news. Thank God for President Trump that he was saved by our Blessed Mother, and God, he thanked them. So did everybody. Yeah. And a priest gave a blessing for that meeting there that was on there in there just at the weekend. Bye now, and I do prayer to our mother, even prayer to our Blessed Mother. Bye now.